The league is really about to be up and over. Playoffs are right around the corner. You know, the Thanksgiving. I'm not gonna look past this week, but like the Thanksgiving matchup and Thanksgiving week is about to be big. If anybody trying to link, I'm gonna be up in New York for Wednesday to like Sunday morning. Sunday morning, I'm hitting the road and ripping and running. So let's link up. Saturday, I'm supposed to get up with JP and play some foosball. So looking forward to it.
All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of the Fantasy Recap. We're gonna go straight into our matchups from last week. We're gonna go with Tristan Thompson beating Tommy Cardona for the Toilet Bowl. Now they both have 2-8 records. We'll see who finishes up the season in last place to do that punishment. The Drunken Combine. We're gonna do next matchup was Team Faison versus Team Pinero. Team Faison takes that one 85.24 to 64.72. I think Frank is a genius right here. He's gonna, if he wins the rest of the games in the rest of the stretch, he goes off to the playoffs. His Jets players come back from the bye week, so we'll see how that turns out. Next thing we have Carla University versus Fresh Prince of Hilaire. This one we had Kyle, which was the number 1 seed, going down to Andy 92.0 to 58.4. Then we have Miss Jackson going down to Tuanon. Tuanon has the highest scoring game this week with 114.9, beating Miss Jackson 92.44. Then we have the 12th man versus Love Hurts. This one was won by the 12th man, me, versus Alistair McLean. Love Hurts 112.34 to 105 point.
And just like that, streak is over. Shouts to Skiggy. You only did what you had to do.
One. Then we had Average Joe's beating Turn 2 Pinero 111.88 to Turn 2 Pinero's 94.9. The last matchup we had was the closest matchup. This week we had Show Me Them TDs versus Ben Affleck. Show Me Them TDs goes down to Ben Affleck 101.86 to Ben's 106.78. This week we had some really interesting matchups, but we'll go right into next week's recap, next week's preview. In week 11, we have a bunch of matchups that's going to solidify spots for playoffs. We have the tied number 1 seeds versus the tied number 2 seeds. So the top of both divisions are playing off this week. We have Tommy versus Elijah, I think a rivalry that started off from week 1, from before the playoffs even happened. So we'll see how that matchup goes. We got Turn 2 Pinero versus Tristan Thompson. We'll see how that one goes. That one's Tristan Thompson's like holding himself off from like not making that last place punishment. I don't think playoffs is a positive position for him right now, but we'll see how that goes. Next we have Love Hurts versus Show Me Them TDs. We have 2 very strong teams. Unpredictable matchup right here. Nikolai's shows some resilience throughout the season, so he wins them when he can. He loses them when it's expected. And we got Tuanon. Right now, Caesar's team is pretty hot. Like 2 top scoring players, top scoring games.
AKA Caesar. I think you got like 2 more weeks of this hot air balloon of points, and then it's gonna like slowly start deflating. And guess what? The playoffs start right around the corner. So
for the week, so we'll see how that goes. He plays against Frankie. Let's see how that trade really works out for Frank or Caesar. But we are going to go into week 11. We just finished the trade deadline, and there's a lot of movements that I saw in the league this week. So we'll see how those things pan out for playoffs.
Another trade deadline move that I made. I scooped up Dawson Knox off E. Good luck for that. I don't know how it's going to work out for you because you have Palmer and Carter. But, hey, you pick the right one, you get your buckets. You don't, it's up in the start.
We're going to go into our weekly chat with one of our owners, Alistair McLean. He had a really good matchup this week, so see what he has to say about it. But all in all, league's coming to the last 3 weeks of the season. People are trying to solidify their spots for playoffs. And
just like that, streak is over. Shouts to Skiggy. You only did what you had to do.
hopefully these bye weeks and injuries don't happen as much because
Back to fantasy. We lost. We lost this week. It was tough. We needed a little more from Jalen, but the Eagles as a whole fumbled it away. Nope. Or we got a face mask called it away, or unnecessary roughness called, or like hitting somebody in bounds away. But it's okay. We lost. No more undefeated streak. Speaking of no more undefeated, Kyle, bro, 58 points. Ouch. Shouts to Andy getting the job done. Michael Pittman got you your points. You're welcome, bro. Let's just hope Keenan Allen comes back to the field and plays this season. Next week, once again, I'm not looking forward to next week, but Nick, I'm not checking for you, bro. I'm keeping it 5. Joe G, battle for the 2 seed. So you win this week, I win this week, and let's go play. Let's bang it out. Let's scrap it out. Because the winner will be the leader of the division and get that 2 seed. And we'll see. We got to scrap it out in the playoffs. Somebody's got to win. Somebody got to lose. And only single elimination. So, yeah. As always, I do my random shout-outs. Shouts to Greg, getting it done. I respect the moves. I respect you hustling. I respect it. I respect it a lot. Little rando. Let's keep E and Kyle on the slide. Come on, we gotta get them out of there. We gotta get them out of there. And let's finish the season on a high note. Hopefully I can get some more lunch money from y'all. That'll be cool. I feel like I got one more explosion week in me before the playoffs, and I hope whoever I play, I beat the shit out of them. There you go.